So we want to go over where you can find our district domains and Common Core state standards when you're building assessments. So in Otus, I'm in the assessment area, and I'm going to go ahead and create assessment. Now, this is going to be the same whether it's a simple, advanced, or a rubric type assessment. How you find the standards are going to be the same. So I'll just put simple. Whether you're in a learning behavior scale or elementary, middle school participation, it's not going to matter for the standards. I'll go ahead and for this time I'll pick elementary formative scale. And the first thing it's going to do, it's going to ask you to add a question. If you're in rubric, this would be descriptor. If you're in advanced assessment, it would be creating a new item as well. I'll just title it question 1 and go ahead and put in answers so we can save at the end. But this question would not be sent to a grade book because there's no standard for it. So I'm going to click link standard. And once again, this is going to look the same whether it's rubric or advanced assessment. And you're going to see 3 things: recent, state standards, and custom standards. I'm going to start at the bottom and go up from there. So custom standards are our district's domains. So it says custom standards, but those are our domains. So you can go through here and see the different subject areas. Know that English is ELD. You can see ELD in there, and there's also Ike ELD for Ike. If you go back and we pick language arts, you'll see that there's our reading for lit, reading for informational text, foundational skills, writing, speaking and listening, and language. And each grade level has their standards. If you click in other, and I'll pick 6th grade here, you're going to see that there's IB for IB over at Ike. These are our learning behaviors. So this would be social studies, work completion, social studies engagement, PE engagement, PE work completion, math, English. So you can see that in the other folder, that is where learning behaviors are. So for this example, I'm going to go ahead and go back into custom, and we're going to go ahead and say that we're in a math class and we're in the 4th grade. You can see there's math 2, math 3, math 4, measurement and data. We're going to go ahead and pick measurement and data, and we're going to link that standard. Now, that is our district domain. Our report cards report out on the domains, not on individual standards. In the gradebook, if you link an individual standard and a domain, it will show both. But remember, our report cards report on domains. If I wanted to put the individual standard, I would go to state standards, Common Core for math and English. The other subjects are under the content standards. So I'm going to go Common Core in mathematics, and I was in grade 4, and I was in measurement and data. And let's say that that question really talks about MD2. And now you can see that that specific standard is there. Once again, we have to have the domain. Right now, we do not have to have the individual standard. But as we learn Otus and grow into it, being able to use individual standards to break down intervention groups would be very strong and very powerful. The nice thing is once you create this question, it would be in the item bank if you were in the advanced assessment. Simple assessment does not save in the item bank. Or if you create a rubric descriptor, it would stay there as well. We went over custom, we went over state, and there's recent. As you start building assessments, know that any standard that you use will pop into your frequently used or recent standards. So as you start building assessments for a specific content area, you won't have to go through all the state standards or the custom standards, which are our domains. They're going to populate in your recent. And so if I was building one and using it more than once, it would populate in there. So once again, just to go over it again, custom standards are our district domains, state standards are where you'd find the Common Core state standards, and then recent are those standards or domains that you've used recently. And I can go ahead and save that question. And if I wanted to, and it says, question 1, it's multiple choice. and there are two standards linked. Math 4 is the domain, and then for measurement and data, point 2 is the specific standard. So that is the difference between a custom standard, which is our district domains, state standards, and then the recent folder inside of the assessment creator in Otus.